across the.
I knew.
Area, but
People I knew.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. Parker, can you provide information on how to participate and comment?
Yes. Information on participating in this meeting and providing public comment is available, including remotely by Zoom or telephone, is available on this meeting's agenda, which is online at isearchmonterey.org. And we have printed copies in the back of this room. For remote commenters, you will be muted until it is your turn to speak. And for in-person attendees, we do ask if you could please keep any phones silenced and then any conversations to a minimum to help avoid any audio interference, as we are trying to improve that within this meeting. And thank you all for participating in your city government.
Parker, can you take roll call, please?
Yes. Aguios. Thank you. Alta Mesa.
Present.
Casanova Oak Knoll.
Present.
Deer Flats. Here. Del Monte Beach.
Here.
Del Monte Grove, Laguna Grande. Here. Downtown. Here. Fisherman's Flats. Here. Langwood.
Here.
Monterey Vista. Here. New Monterey.
Here.
Oak Grove.
That picks me up.
Committee Member Adams. Committee Member Adams.
Okay, here.
Thank you. Old Town.
Here.
Skyline. Good evening. And Villa Del Monte.
Here.
All right, we have quorums.
So we will start off with a call for public comments on matters that are not on the agenda and within the jurisdiction of the NCIP. If you would like to make a comment on matters not on the agenda, if you want to stand up. Okay, I have one here and anyone online?
We have one hand raised on. We have two.
Okay, two people. Okay, great. So we'll do 3 minutes each.
Thank you. I'm Sharon White. There it is, green light. Okay, I'm Sharon White. I live in New Monterey and I used to be an NCIP representative. And I want to speak about the Taylor 600 block walkway repair project, which I believe is probably closed by now. I want you to know that that was supposed to be a walkway repair project. What happened with this project is 2 healthy cypress trees and a healthy pine tree were all cut down. These were all street trees. They were healthy. Then there was an extruded asphalt curb that was put in a few inches away from the embankment. So into the roadway. The roadway is only 18 feet wide. 24 is what New Monterey streets have unless they've been widened. 36 foot is standard. So we only have 18 feet and now they're 17 feet. Once they finished with the tree work, it covered up all of the walkway in front of the houses. So there is no place now for pedestrians to walk. What we see is that the military personnel and those who work in the Presidio who walk over to the turnstile at the end of the 600 block of Taylor Street are now walking in the street again, the way they were in the 1980s before we put that walkway in. This is unacceptable, folks. This was not what the description of the project was. It was against the tree ordinance, which says we do not cut down street trees, especially in our urban forest, just because you want to. This is not what we funded. I know what we funded, and what was built was not what we asked for, and it is now non-functional. So we now have created a liability problem for the city. And we put our pedestrians in harm's way. This is no way to do it, and they used the money that was allocated. So I wanted you to know this happened. I'm making a comment about any other projects. This is unsafe. Thank you.
My name is Bob Mannix. I live on Webster Street here in Monterey. I'm here to express my support for the safety crosswalk at the intersection of Webster and Camino El Estero.
I'm sorry, so that is on the agenda?
Oh.
Would you mind coming back up? Let me do public comments for that.
Okay, that wasn't clear. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Online?
Yes, give me 1 second. Patrick, you should be able to unmute yourself.
Hi there. Actually, this is Michelle. I'm Patrick's wife. I'm here also to advocate for the crosswalk at Terry on David Street. I'm not sure if that's on the agenda or not, or if I should talk about that now.
That's on the agenda as well.
Okay, thank you.
Can I address the
David Street?
600 block of Taylor Street? That project is not completed. The extruded asphalt curbs were installed many years ago under a different NCIP project, not this NCIP project. We have not completed this project, and there is work continuing, and we're going to pair it with some other projects in New Monterey neighborhood. So I am sorry that you believe that that's what happened, but we have not done any asphalt work. We have not reduced the width of the street. And we did remove the trees, as you have identified. Those trees were removed, one, because they were under the power lines, and two, because that is where we are going to put the walkway. We're going to improve that street. We're going to provide curb and gutter and sidewalk on that side of the street. So when the project is done, there'll be a walkway from Prescott all the way to the gate.
Might take an hour.
And it will be a much better situation.
Our area plan doesn't allow you to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so we will go ahead and close general public comments and move on to informational reports and staff comments. So I'll pass it on to staff.
We don't have any staff report this evening.
Okay, so we'll move on to NCIP informational reports, and I do not have any reports. So that brings us to our first public appearance item, provide a recommendation to City Council on funding between 3 to 4 million in appropriated prior year NCIP projects not yet started or inactive. And I'll hand it off to staff.
I will pull up our presentation, which you've all seen multiple times. So let me share it, as you know. Goes up all the time. All right, give me 1 second. So this evening we have item 2 on the agenda is to vote on projects to come up with $3 to $4 million. We have provided vote cards in advance, and they're here available this evening. Since we have 100% attendance, I guess we'll through the votes, hopefully. We do have a handful of 500-foot conflict projects that we'll have to go through. The recommendation would be to do those first. And that those projects are identified as attachment. Which one is attachment 3 on item 2? So we can work through those one at a time. I believe the big one on this would be project number 36, the pickleball courts at Monterey Tennis Center. And then project 8 and project 30 in Villa Del Monte, the Casa Verde Highway 1 underpass and the Villa Del Monte traffic calming phase 2 project. Since there's no alternate in the Villa Del Monte neighborhood. We just we'll miss one vote on those two projects.
I'm here.
Well, yeah, but you're prohibited from voting on those two projects because you're less than 500 feet. So those projects we could do first. That would be the recommendation. And we've gotten multiple questions about how the voting would take place and what the voting would mean. The recommendation from staff is that we vote 10 being keep the project because we like it. 1, we don't necessarily like it or there's a problem but vote your standard way. 10 meaning that you support, endorse the project highly. 1 has less support.
No zeros.
There are no zeros, please. Please, no zeros. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that really is the presentation. I guess we can, if you would like any detail on any specific projects, I can provide that. And if not, I'm here. We can take committee member questions.
Rick, I have one that's 1,000 feet, but I'm gonna vote on it because I voted on it before.
So
To make sure it's publicly known.
So 1,000-foot projects, I think you have to make a statement.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
And it's based on the quality, yeah, it's based on, whether it's it benefits you and increase your property value, those sorts of criteria. It's up to the committee member to make that decision.
Yes, I did. I voted on it before. And so I'll vote on it again because it's not gonna affect my property one way or the other. Let's see.
Do that now?
So we could do that now.
So actually,
Or we want to wait until
we
we
have to
vote?
take public comment first.
Okay, all right, sorry. Thank you, Parker.
Just one clarification before I inaccurately flip all my numbers. So previously 10 was most in favor of defunding and now 10 is most in favor of keeping.
Voting 10 as in favor, we're going to keep it standard,
Perfect.
but what everyone's used to, 10, we endorse, support the project. 1, you do not.
Okay, great.
Right. And the idea is like, again, with a 10, that's showing a higher priority and we want to accumulate the highest priority results. And then whichever numbers have the lowest numbers, that would indicate a lower priority because that's what city council asked for was a priority list. So higher number, higher priority, lower number, lower priority.
Any other clarifying questions?
I have one question. Can you explain the pink box again, the ranking?
Okay, thank you. So the pink box, so on the cards here that everyone has, on the right-hand side, there's the fiscal year, which is the year that the project was voted in to the program. So if you look at card number 1, fiscal year 23, it was a 22-23 year. It was voted into the program in 23. The 117 votes, that's how many votes it received, and it was a number 2 ranked project that year. So it was very highly ranked. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, that was so even though so we're going 10 and 1, so 1 isn't in this, right? That was.
So this is number 1 ranked. So the number 1, that's just meant that it was highly ranked that year, right, in 2023.
Okay.
See, right, yeah, second most votes.
I got it. Thank you.
Any other questions?
That's why I got really confused.
Voting one best.
I have a question on that first project on that particular one where it says it's in progress and yet it's here we're asked to vote on it. Can you further define in progress, not started? I thought in progress, it wouldn't appear on this vote.
So, right, this is a working list, so to speak. So when this list was provided in October of 2025, this project had not been started yet. We've had several different things that have happened since October, up to and including, right, we've had the government shutdown. This was one of the projects that the city crew that's up at the Presidio providing services to the Army. They had available time. They've worked on the boardwalk project in Del Monte Beach. So we've done, since October of 2025, we've done, I would say, significant work in Del Monte Beach. So there are funds remaining in the project. There's less than what was originally allocated. So vote for a project like Del Monte Beach boardwalk repair would be, in theory, to defund whatever the remaining balance is.
AJ, I think you had a question?
Perfect.
Oh, any other clarifying questions? Okay, so we'll open up to public comment for all of the projects. So if you are in the room and like to make a comment, you could stand up, line over to the side. I count 7 online.
There is still the one person, one online.
Okay. So
I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, so total 8. All right.
okay, so we'll do 3 minutes each. Just a reminder to make sure the microphone is on and please speak into the microphone.
Good evening, my name is Ray Myers. I'm the chairperson for Monterey Undergrounding. I previously spoke to you about defunding of NCIP's underground project. I explained to you that Monterey has $4.7 million in funds available that could be forfeited, and how NCIP money is now directed towards an active underground project on Fremont Street. I've also explained that our group, Monterey Undergrounding, negotiated with PG&E to get this project moved up from 2033 to 2026. It's approximately a 2-year wait now for them to start actual construction. This was a huge accomplishment that benefited all of Monterey. It makes no economic sense to take our $2.25 million of NCIP money, a budget deficit. That'll likely result in forfeiting $4.7 million already available PG&E credits. It's obvious making that decision would not be in the residents' best interest. Now, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Monterey Undergrounding as a group and the likely effect of defunding this project is, as our only undergrounding funds would set us back to ground zero. Monterey Undergrounding is one, starting with Monterey Vista Neighborhood Association. Soon became a multi-neighborhood association effort as interest spread citywide. We've met every month since 2018, including during the pandemic on Zoom. That's 100 meetings. It takes a lot of extraordinary amount of devotion to this cause to stay together and persevere over that length of time. We ask, what is the cost of doing nothing? The devastation and wildfires resulting from a down power line, these images are clear from the deadly California and Hawaii wildfires have shown us what's good. This clearly is a far higher cost than moving our utilities safely underground. We are all aware that to underground the entire city of Monterey will likely not be completed in some of our lifetimes. This is the true test of a city's morals and its altruistic motivations, is to do something for more than ourselves, future generations as well. These are some of the values that also started in NCIP. It was not intended to be an alternate funding source for poor fiscal choices by our city leaders. So if you place Monterey Undergrounding project on your list to defund, you're also deprioritizing our group and setting us back to our 8-year effort as a citizens' effort to make Monterey a safer place. PG&E is not going to underground for us. How can you expect those who created this problem to be the ones to bail us out? The city collectively needs to start somewhere, and we need to keep our momentum going and not squander PG&E's financial opportunity and risk of losing much more than we gain. Thank you.
Okay, I'm back. Just a footnote, I'm not convinced that the sound system in this room is working as designed or intended. It's very difficult to hear anything back here. And I'm not convinced everyone has their mics on. But I'm here to advocate for the safe crosswalk at Camino El Estero and Webster Streets. The curvature of Camino El Estero makes it visible to see the eastern approach to the crosswalk. The required signage for the approaching drivers is absent from both directions. The only street light in that intersection does not illuminate the eastern approach to the crosswalk. Drive by it at night sometime and you'll see that it's completely in the dark. You won't see anybody. Add semi-tractor trailer transports to the mix during Fair Week, and it can be dangerous. Given the proximity of the YMCA, the Catholic school and gymnasium, and the thoroughfare, this thoroughfare for pedestrians using social services offered at Lake El Estero, make it a very used crosswalk. So in closing, I'm hopeful that this project is approved. I think it's due for a safety upgrade. Thank you so much.
I'd like to second what the previous speaker said about undergrounding. We have an iron in the fire and we shouldn't let this opportunity pass. North Fremont really needs it. It's one of the more shameful streets in our city, and it deserves to be upgraded. The city of Monterey has prided itself on being a livable, walkable community. So I'd like to draw your attentions to projects. I'm going by the numbers in the left-hand column: 22, 23, 26, 29, and 35. Every one of those has to do with that concept of walkability. And so I would hope you'd give those all, I guess it's a 10 now, not a 1 or a 0. Make it so it doesn't go whatever that is. And then project 27 or the Cannery Row workers housing restoration, the worker shacks. That's right there outside the aquarium. Do we really want those things falling down? What a shameful commentary that would be on the city of Monterey. Let the last vestiges of the Chinese fishing village degrade. And that's something that can't go away. Now, I sent you all written comments, and I just want to take one little segment of it. And I'll read this to you. Complete your homework assignment, but when you hand it into the city council, attach a note to it describing your druthers. And I think those druthers should be: 1, defund only the truly dead projects, the ones that are already crossed out and there's no debate over. And those projects that the committee has a strong opinion should be defunded, the ones, twos maybe. Before using any other NIP funds for the ordinary necessary services of the city, the council needs to prove that there aren't general funds to cover those ordinary necessary services and that no general funds are being applied to the extraordinary or unnecessary services. After number 3, if after 1 and 2 have been accomplished and additional funds are still needed, take them from the fiscal year 27 budget. And lastly, number 4, if after 1 through 3 more funding is needed, take it from the fiscal year 26 funds in reverse priority order, meaning the lowest vote count goes first. I know that's what you just went through. That was brought up as to whether or not that would be a possibility. And I think that should be a distinct possibility. I think that's maybe a more palatable option than to look back at these old projects and take the funding away. Thank you.
Briefly, I would like to advocate for the Sam Burnaby Drive project by submitting a letter of support that was submitted end of last year, but it was sent kind of to the wrong address. So I'll give it to the staff when I'm done, but it's been rolling around the city for a while. I want to say the NCIP should really be commended for the strong recommendation of over $5 million of critical safety infrastructure investments for the city. And if you step back and look at that, that's a huge investment into Monterey with the 25-26 money. It's an unmistakable commitment to the overall well-being of Monterey. NCIP could view their next actions as adding to this large investment by finding resources to build in a little more cushion than the $5 million already available to the city. While NCIP has not received the comprehensive accounting of funds that would have been helpful for this process, there have been several numbers provided that may help assess. Last week, we saw a $750,000 remainder that could be the starting point. Adding to that some interest, which what we saw around just the 26, 27 funding look like it's increasing at a pretty good clip. You could reach around $1 million. Not to point something out, but the Opportunity Fund doesn't yet have a project associated with it. And so that might be something to consider. Finally, the inactive projects, I don't understand the context of inactive, but if they do actually, or if they are actually not active and won't be active, that would be something to really consider. Again, looking at the harm reduction concept. If these, perhaps you could reach $8 million in total in the contribution that you're making to the city's difficulties. NCIP, I would like to say that NCIP has very few grounds upon which to rate one project against another. I've listened over the months to all of the projects, and you know, they're all really safety focused. They're all really about people having access to health and to well-being. I wouldn't be hard pressed to say one is more about safety or health or well-being than another. And no neighborhood needs safety less than another neighborhood. The method of choosing projects to implement has been very practical and operational. This is the way it should be. We should be able to get what we can get done. However, that makes the status of initial criteria being somewhat unimportant because it hasn't held through the process of implementing. We don't do a first in, first out sort of process. So I suggest the NCIP leave that role of deciding who's in and out.
Time is up.
To the city council. That's their job.
Dear members of the commission, my name is Rick Hoyer. What's being asked of you, to put it bluntly, is asinine. It was absolutely stupid of the council to be asking to be defunding projects that went through the process and were done, but then you're going to be allocating new money to new projects. I mean, if it was anything would ask you to say, okay, decide to not do the new funds, do it. You're not defunding anything. You're not going through the mess that they created during COVID. But there's at least a little bit of an excuse during that time to do it, called COVID. But this is ridiculous. What I would say is make a statement, put a 10 on every single project because they're all important. Now, if something can't be built or whatever, that's different. Yes, you went and voted on all the projects for this next year, but you could also say, fine, let's roll those over to the subsequent year's budget if you really need to take the 4 million and do it there. But to have gone through the process, had the people whose projects these were have it, to then defund it when we don't really know what the budget deficit is that the city has and what it exactly is, and even the mayor couldn't agree with what it was when I spoke to him after the last council meeting, is crazy. You're being asked to do something you should never have been asked to do. And to do that to the folks who have the projects is crazy. Make a statement.
My name is Brenda Webster from New Monterey, and I'm here to put in a good word for the drainage project in the 600 block of Lobos, where I happen to live. And right now the asphalt is broken up. It's a tripping hazard. There are 6+ inch rocks now along the area in front of my house. And you might ask why that. When the street was repaved, Granite Rock brought in this 2-car length vehicle that had the tracks on it, and it dug up the soil in front of my house. So I don't normally carry a cell phone like a teenager, but just in case you haven't seen it lately, I did take a picture of what I'm talking about this morning. So if anybody is interested, I would be happy to show it. So I hope you will consider this project. Thank you.
Hi, Sharon Dwight. I'm not here to talk about any specific project. What I want to talk about is whether there is any legal standing for the city council to ask you to do what you're doing. When you go back to the section 6.6 of the charter, it says that there will be an annual budget for NCIP. It says that if there are insufficient funds for ordinary and necessary services, they can, by a 4/5 vote, not allocate the current year's money. There is nothing in the charter that allows them to defund. They've done it before. They've not been challenged in court. I don't believe, and I think those who've been here speaking to you already seriously question whether there is any legal standing for the city council to ask you to make recommendations to defund projects. That's a great way to get you to buy in to what they're doing, but it doesn't make it legal. So I join with Rick in saying, no. Tell them no. If you look at the charter, what it says is that this committee shall recommend a list of capital improvements desired to be accomplished in each neighborhood. And you did that. You do that each year. It does not say that you can now sit here and with a different process defund. It does not. You have no standing. I would say, don't send your lists. Tell them no. You don't see that this is legally what this committee is supposed to be doing. I do want to say, you do not have a case of insufficient funds. This was a good summer. There was a lot of money that came in. Your city council passed a budget with knowing that there was a shortfall. That does not make an emergency. We had an emergency with 9/11. We had it with COVID. We don't have it here. They don't have any right even to take this year's budget. They don't. They do not have a situation that economically isn't allowing them to keep the doors open, to buy new vehicles, to give people their raises. I mean, all the things that they do every year, they're doing it, and they're not asking another department to give up their budgets. They're only asking you because they think you'll roll over and do it. Tell them no.
And we've had one additional person raise their hand online. Okay, Patrick.
Hi there, this is Michelle. I'm Patrick's wife. I am here tonight to, first of all, say that I'm in support of all pedestrian safety crosswalk projects, but I am specifically here to talk about the Terry crossing on David. I have raised my kids in the New Monterey neighborhood since 2013. And as a mom and a family with one vehicle, I walked a lot in New Monterey into PG, going to Parents' Place and the library and park play dates. And I crossed David multiple times a day. And now my kids are 10 and 13, and they are at an age where they can walk home from school and bike home from school, bike to school. However, there's not a safe place for them to cross David. And so that puts a limit on their independence and our access to services in our neighborhood. Additionally, when you're driving up David and the sun is pouring down the street in the afternoon at a time when my children would be crossing the street, It's difficult to see, and if there was a safe crosswalk for them to cross at, it would make me feel a lot better about them doing that. So I hope that you'll take this into consideration, and thank you for your time.
A final person, Deborah. Deborah, you should be able to speak.
Hello, good evening. We are residents of Monterey on Seafoam Avenue. And I just wanted to speak about the NCIP and its inception. My in-laws, my husband's parents, fought very hard to get the TOT dollars for our revenue and for projects that really were important to the city. I really urge you to remember that. Remember, it's about the people who live here. It's not about budget deficits. I recommend that you say no to everything and send this back to the council and say, do your job and figure out another way to end this deficit or perceived deficit. Thank you very much.
That's the final person.
Ralph, off the top of your head, you didn't even do the thing. How'd you do that?
You were talking.
Trying to mute him. That's the end of public comment.
All right, so we'll go ahead and close public comment, and I'll hand it back over to staff for voting.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Deliberation.
Okay. So committee comments.
Same.
Want to start?
Yeah, I want to say I thank you, everybody, for coming to these many meetings. And I think what we talked about when we tried to not do this vote back in the fall, and what we've talked about all through the last voting process and this one too, really echoes true here. There's no project on this list that isn't a valid project. There's no project on this list that isn't an NIP priority. And as we talked about at the last meeting, funding that went through this year for this cycle was mostly CIP projects. This is pure and simple NIP at the creation of what NIP is for. So it's a false vote that we're being asked to do. The one thing I can do is just talk a little bit about timing. I think everything that's in process needs to be finished. I think that Public Works Director hinted that some stuff we might be able to come right back next year and fund it again and not mess it up, some of the big projects. But the challenge is we kind of need to stick together in our messaging, and that's rough. And us all saying no and all voting 10 only works if we all vote no and vote 10. So that's the challenge, but I do think that's a message to somehow try and get across. I'm looking forward to that position statement to go with this.
Thank you, Jamie, for that. And what echoes what you said last week and you just said, reiterated, when you look at what we already went through for this next cycle, it looks like CIP projects for the most part. We look at this and this does look like NCIP. And I appreciate the comments that were made from the public. But unfortunately, we haven't sued the city to not do this. And I was looking as we were going through here for maybe some low-lying fruit. And as we have this continued backlog projects that, as was characterized by Reggie, as these are highly complex. The one for the study for pickleball at Ryan Ranch, it didn't look that was being supported by council, but was brought out. Some of those funds might actually be used for the other pickleball project. So what I'm saying is, I think this is actually a good process to go through routinely, that we're looking in the backlog and things change, right? Proponents move on and maybe they don't become priorities anymore. So I think there's value in going through this process, but I think we are saying here, we didn't really find any low-lying fruit, although last week I did point out the contingency property purchase. That might be something that we could say, we want to help, but maybe it does make a precedent that says, hey, do we want to defend this or not? But my personal priority is to maintain these, particularly the ones that we talked about, the undergrounding, with the funds that are there, the work that went. I do not want to break trust with our community with everything that's gone into that. So anyway, that's my position.
And it's more of a question. So assuming we go through this exercise and we rank and 3.5 million get frozen or defunded, could in this next cycle for us that's coming up, could we choose to refund those projects instead of funding new projects? I might defer that to staff. I'm not sure.
And that's a committee decision. Anything is possible based on votes, but you could prioritize those projects.
So I would just say my opinion is if anything is going to be frozen, I think it's the responsibility of city council to tell us exactly how those projects are going to get funded again.
So on that note, I came a little hot last week on my phone comment about the process. But one of the gaps in the process currently is that articulation of how do we refund or unfreeze. And at least from my estimation and digging that I've done thus far, it seems like it's actually the onus is on us as a committee, as a part of our recommendation to clarify what that looks like, which is another kind of reason why I haven't been very fond of this process, because those parameters haven't been defined. I had joked previously with people who have approached me about this of like, oh, I'll just do a protest vote and vote everything really high, but it is one of those things that only works if everybody does it, which also then puts each individual member in a bind. My curiosity though grows that if we have a discussion and there seems to be at least, majority who thinks that might be a good path, is there an opening where rather than even voting for all this, we just motion to say that we are doing them all as a high vote and then just send that as the recommendation to council? Another process question.
So what we can say is that the direction from city council was to do this card process that city council developed as well. And so the way that the city council did it was that each individual council member provided their input on that, on the cards that they had reviewed. And they were looking at the overall, they did not look at these projects specifically. I wish I could clarify that, but they were looking at other features and they suggested doing this card process for the NCIP committee to look at. So the council looked at it as an individual council member basis, if that's answering your question.
Because of the way the council's, get it up next to my face and then I don't turn it on, which only shows that humans are fallible. Because of the way that the city council made their motion, it required us to go through this voting exercise. Ultimately, the result is they'd like to get 3 to 4 million. Let me read from the staff report to tonight's city council meeting. To date, the city council has identified a range of between 3 and 4 million of NCIP funding to help address the $10 million deficit. Staff recommend that the city council continue focusing on using existing funding options such as those in the currently available budgetary control of the council. The outcomes of the tax measure are uncertain, and it is recommended that staff continue to strive for solutions which are physically responsible and within our existing revenues. We previously had a city manager that wasn't going that way. Lou, as I understand it, is interviewing all department heads and looking at internal budgets to help with this deficit. I think we've had a change in city council. My recommendation is we vote high numbers on all of these projects other than the ones that are low-lying fruit, and recommend that they take our original approval of 3.5 million from next year, which puts the funding where the funding is needed. They try to take back projects, the funding isn't in that area. And frankly, they need to clean up their own budget because they won't get a tax increase. They won't get other sources of revenue, and they need to kind of clean up their expense house. So I would recommend that we vote high numbers other than things that are easy that we know, A, don't need to be done, or B, balance of the contingency, maybe, but that's not really a project. So, but I think that's the method. The 3.5 million that we previously decided that because it wasn't worded the same way that council gave us the direction to do is the offer, in my opinion.
Any other committee comments?
Well, one thing we normally do in front of a vote is give what our neighborhoods prefer, and definitely from our neighborhood, I would say other than the undergrounding, which has always been a high priority in our neighborhood, is our other number one project within our neighborhood is the San Burnaby curve. So just to give that consideration, and that's what is our neighborhood priority. Thanks.
Just a question to the committee. Would it be helpful to go around and list neighborhood priorities? Okay, sounds like no. Mine would be all of them. Everyone would say all of them. Done. No. Okay, any other committee comments?
Two meetings, but I was able to join remotely and thank you to Parker for sending the link. You know, it's like the one thing that kind of comes to mind with this whole process and the posture of, you know, voting 10 on everything is that, you know, we really lose the discretion to kind of, you know, and pass that on to council. And while, you know, that can be, you know, one strategy for this committee to consider, you know, our role here in this process is really to identify and prioritize projects. You know, I know that these already were approved. There's no questioning that. They're all important. There's no questioning that. But from the standpoint of this committee and our ability to work with council, which I think we've kind of shown in good faith from those joint meetings a few times, you know, it's like I'm kind of curious where the other committee members land on, you know, taking that posture of. I'll have to ask that.
Okay. We do have one comment from a committee member online. So committee member Adams.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
First of all, I hear everyone comments on this, and I find a decision very difficult, very hard. And I agree with all the explanation the other members have. And it is like deciding on chopping something which wasn't supposed to. So I'm going to do my best on this voting, but it is very hard and very difficult. And I wish the council had different way of process this type of thing. Thank you.
I think we actually did answer what council is looking for, which 3.5 million out of next year's funding.
Yes.
And that is the answer, but because of the wording of council's motion, we had to go through this exercise. So it's like, my position is we are working with council, with the 3 or 3.5 million, 3 by my half and 5 by, but that addresses the need and addresses the need in the time that it's needed. And if they get their budget in process I'd be asking council to give us back some of that money because they'll be asking us to do other things next year that are more CIP than NIP. But this whole process of going through projects that have already been approved, I think is important to check that they are actually viable going forward. And I think there's like 2 or 3 that I'm going to give marginal numbers on, but you're going to see a lot of 10s because the people deserve it. And we've had the public testimony for it.
Any other comments?
So I agree with Dennis, but it behooves every one of us in this room, everybody, to go to council. Because they're the ones that are going to make the decisions. In reality, it's not us. We're going to make our recommendations. But it's the council that has the overall authority. Every one of us needs to go to the council and tell them, we want to take the money from next year and we'll work with you. We don't do that. Looking at losing some projects possibly. So every one of us needs to take that responsibility.
Any other final comments?
Anything else?
Yeah. Great. So now I hand it off to staff.
Sure, and we can start with the downtown tennis center.
I'll leave.
Project number 36.
Hand it to Bella.
This is the voting box.
Yeah, that's the voting box.
Right, okay, so one final piece. So on each card, there's 2 boxes to fill in. One is your vote and the other one is your neighborhood, so we know who's voting. So you should see 2 spots to fill in. One for your vote, one for your neighborhood.
Oh,
You could put in an abbreviation for the neighborhood, just something so we know what it is.
Card number.
2535, is that what we're looking at?
Card, yes, NCP 2535, card number 36, pickleball courts at Monterey Tennis.
I just want to make sure I was getting that.
I don't see the card.
Just make sure your neighborhood's on.
All right, hold on. You pull up.
Oh, no, that's the NIP for, I don't see.
10 is not.
It says
At
30.
the bottom, in the lower right corner, there's a card number.
That's.
Lower right corner.
It is.
What's okay?
You're looking for card number 36. Lower right corner, card number 36.
Do we have to hold it like this or do we just?
Taking 36, there's 36.
Card 36. Yeah, please fill in your vote and your neighborhood. Again, abbreviation for neighborhood is fine. And Luce, when you have your vote, you could just let me know and I'll take your vote.
We have to put the vote in and then give it to you.
Yes.
Just write it down and give it to me.
All right, so Luce, when you're ready, you could just, if you want, you can email me. Or you can oral, just say it out loud or write it down, raise it up, any way you want to do it.
That's what you.
Chat, we don't have chat option.
Once we complete the votes,
Well, hold on,
we'll make
Kurt.
sure that we get all the votes first.
Distracting.
Because this is, he's outside the room.
Oh.
Yeah. I think one more.
So I can give it a few hours
Councils.
because of the conflict of interest.
Luce, you have a vote for?
My vote is
Use your
5.
cell phone too? Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
I'm around to maybe I should close them out.
Have to wait for every slide.
No.
Yes, you have to vote one at a time,
We have to do.
I'm going through the slides.
one project at a time.
That's my.
Didn't bring my jammies.
It's ordering pizza.
We're hoping that's.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
Who's to say what the value is like?
Get this one.
Yes, we got. The best part about that night was convincing the pizza place that it was a real order.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Didn't believe us.
How many
pizzas?
Yeah, was it? Do you remember?
Wasn't there something? Yeah, I was maybe 6 large.
Operating. I mean, you could do your score. Remember in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they were on in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like 12:30 or something.
Same.
I was on
Okay.
fire department
Oh.
first on Sunday. They brought in, I think, about 15 pizzas for the certain fire guys. It was
Went in,
it was right next to the Delvina station.
yeah.
Like the engine driver, engine out. Asked where the fire was.
Option.
Outside before.
Digital option not go well?
I did. No. He said no.
There wasn't a consensus.
Had 5 units out for that. They had the hook and ladder and regular engines. We had 29 certs. They had 5 engines. We're good? Yeah, we're good.
Last meeting.
Outnumbered +2.
All right, we're gonna move, the next vote will be on Villa Del Monte projects. It'll be card number 8 and card number 30. So Representative Johnson, you have to
Step out at this point.
card number 8.
Yeah, you won't be able to.
Card number 30.
Yeah, we'll get, come get you.
Card 8, card 30. Start with card 8 first. Card 8 is the Casa Verde Way Highway 1 underpass, hardscape and mural. NCP 2326.
Same. Yeah, so like. Yeah.
8, start with card 8. Card 8, Casa Verde Way Highway 1 underpass. Please wait to vote on the next one. One at a time, please.
First one.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I'll take that one. Thank you. That's
Just shuffling around. Steps in.
fan of white.
So 30?
No, 8.
Give you wait.
Wait. Vote on 30, please. Please wait. If you're ready, I'll take your
My
vote
vote
on
is 5.
8. Okay, thank you.
This is kind of. It's 8 or not?
He wants 8.
I got 8. He said, wait.
Yeah, no. Wait
Wait
on
on 30. Yeah.
Wait on.
Oh, you have 8.
This is 8.
Yeah.
Watch out for all the tripwires.
Yeah, don't mess up the spaghetti over there.
I think it would have bit me. I didn't.
Those wires.
Jeez, oh, please.
Claymore attached to one of those wires, it could be bad. Like claymores.
Do something.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah. That's just last thing. Thank you.
Yes, vote.
Yeah.
Did you all that?
Later.
So now we can commence with number 30.
Card 30 is Villa Del Monte traffic calming. Phase 2, thank you. NCP 2525. Card 30.
Paper airplanes on them from across the room.
Lucy, you ready? Card 30.
They'll go by carrier pigeon. I'll go, I'm
My
voting out.
vote is 6.
30.
can pass it down if you want.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
That works as well, yeah. Yeah, you got it.
Well, you put down, put it right down.
Yeah. City council's unassuming things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Zero that.
Sure.
Look. Because I was.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Those little.
Or key in.
Yeah, I see that, but yes, underwhelmed is a better word. It's a little underwhelmed. Back when they used to do it on the budget stuff, it used to be that. No, it's on the whole. Oh, just actually go into like.
We had code.
And then very careful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get an overwhelming.
Yes.
Yes.
Remember for jump for the alligators.
Someone like to have your say.
Not using microphones right now.
Did you get it?
Yes, you were trying to make it full. But in doing such, it took out. Nobody's fault.
Okay, so let's finish the pack.
Was it only a close thing tonight or was it?
The next vote will be on card number 13.
Play 52 card pickup and throw these in the air.
And this will be to the representative from Alta Mesa, Amy Stoker. Are you gonna vote on this one?
Yes, I do not feel that I'm impacted or
Okay,
property is not impacted by this project.
okay. Okay, so vote on card number 13. Alta Mesa Zonda Street Path Construction, NCP 2421.
Eating my steps. Ben,
Yeah, good to see you.
I gave you my.
Let me know when you're ready.
But people keep up.
They already started.
My voting number is number 7.
It's part of the call.
You. Stop, thank you.
It sure looks like it's instead of O Town.
Design is still, that's
Sure, we're writing.
for man, still costs.
Just, yes, and then what happened, how, then you have to, it's enough problems for this voting thing.
I didn't realize, I had seen the design was done, so I changed my number, because I was like, oh.
Yeah, once brought that up last time. we got here, but it's two projects. That design is done.
Yeah. Projects I'm gonna put in. Fuel reduction.
Where is that?
Hey, listen now, it's not throwing a wrench.
Don't want right.
It's a pin in the original one had lights in it.
You know, there's a lot of things I want to choose.
Not Venice, you know, that's more like in Germany or,
Yeah, doing things is already done. It's funny, I'm a bike, I bike on that, I tweak the design myself.
Okay. Look where, Belgium.
Oh,
I think that's what it's.
Bruce, yeah.
You have all the results.
Okay, next vote will be on card number
I can't find it.
22. So that's representative, the alternate from Casanova Oak Knoll.
I'm a renter, I will, no property affected.
Okay,
Card number
22.
42. I thought he said 42. I was going, we don't have 42.
The counselor shall you recognize.
And this is the Ramona Avenue Sidewalk Infill Project, NCP 2508, card 22.
Thanks for the paragraph. Yeah, no.
Street, it says.
Oh, they're gonna be right here.
Yeah, I can see here.
Now?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
No.
Lose when you're ready.
Direction.
That's the verbal stuff that gets mistakes.
Oh.
Yeah, I come through and then I go to English with you guys and then cross English for the retro.
We can get, I will get it done. Safety all the way, baby.
I did.
Okay, just take out
Finance.
special.
No, sorry, it was for, that's my cursor for my.
The reason I came along from the call, I think I'm drunk. I haven't stopped.
Nice.
Yeah.
And a dog, like literally just sitting next to me with no notes. So I was like, blah. Typically I organize my
My
thoughts.
vote is 7.
Wait until mine.
Thank you.
Okay. I just know that my police tone sometimes, yeah, my head screws on your car, and it just sounds a little harsher than it's supposed to. Tell you, it's a blessing and a curse at work.
I almost started.
It's like following me around, like I know where I'm going, and I'm like, stop, don't.
Sorry to do that because I'm old. That's not something. I hope this is my phone.
You didn't do 23 yet.
Sure is. She did me.
The world is weathered every. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Good morning.
Delight with my kid, my dog, Peter, about it.
So did you see the, press release? We have a new start on Parks and.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so hey, Becky.
It's actually.
Okay, next vote will be the Del Monte Road, Monte Grande neighborhood, card 12. And that's, Casanova Avenue, 500 block street light. So, not,
Yes.
I'd like to vote if
Right.
it's your,
Thank you.
let's make the call.
I will vote then. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna vote number 12. Casanova Avenue, 500 block street light. Card.
Tend to Chicago and like any votes if I can.
All right.
No, they say Chicago.
Yeah, one.
All right.
I'm trying to make.
No,
it
you're
easier.
with that.
My vote
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
number 8.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You have to be careful with all the snakes out there.
Well, they're sitting.
They have liability. Not a certain fallout, so they're not covered by DPW.
Jamie got a mention in the pine cone.
Oh, no, Jamie didn't read the poem.
One that came out last Friday. It was a good. I used to get mentioned. The big thing was, could they spell her name right?
Well, and how bad a picture do they find of you if it gets that far?
Used to get some of our officers mixed up in there. Nice quotes and stuff.
Sing downtown.
Yeah, I'm listening down.
You recently find.
That's good for her photo of,
See Laura's, it's been, I know.
Yes,
Yeah, it's been ingratiating himself slowly, but surely.
we're good.
Okay, next vote will be card 21. Card 21, NCP 2503, Elder Focus Exercise Equipment in Laguna Grande Park. Scott.
I'll walk out for this one.
Okay. Scott is gonna.
I'm gonna get. That he might be using.
That one is card 21.
My vote is number 8.
Thank you.
Good, she can tell her number. Get her vote in, it's good.
I don't know what we're doing.
Should be some over here. Give that some.
Oh, I got it here. Come on.
Do Rotary.
It's ours.
No bad things to say.
Right.
I might transition to Rotary instead.
I found out that the community house is selling, but I literally thought of that.
We no longer have any age limits.
An email came through, CEO from PG and everything was designed, and they're giving a lot of money for wildfire things and stuff.
What's the thing?
My property and what PG&E is when they left. Show them, that's it.
I did our fund development for this year.
We're going after it a lot. Look at that.
NCK.
Come back. Okay, I need that. It's too much.
This one is, the next vote would be the downtown project card number 3, NIP 20. And if, Kurt, if you're gonna vote, you're gonna have to make a determination. So you're, yes, Kurt's going to.
Yes, I am.
Card 3. Lighted crosswalk at Webster Del Camino, NIP 2008.
Yeah, they're gonna get messed.
Yeah.
My vote is number 8.
Thank you.
I think so.
More with.
You think of that meeting, Steve? I think you should have probably if you're walking right. Yeah, I do.
See if I can find you one. Maybe they have one in the library.
That's fine. I'm probably here thinking. This person, yeah.
Yeah, look at things. All right, the next vote will be Villa Del Monte, project number 10. Johnson, are you gonna vote on this one? Or card 10?
Card 10.
Card 10. This is the Monterey Park Playground Improvement. Glenwood.
I sent everything.
I think I'm gonna vote for that.
Okay.
Right in front of my face.
Card number 10, it's Villa Del Monte Neighborhood Monterey Park Playground Improvement, project 20, NCP 2406. Okay.
My vote is number 8.
Thank you. Good. Thank you, Luz. Bronte.
I dare not. I have. Still drink all the time. Have the word.
There might be, there's. Yeah, there will.
Houses and new businesses.
Right. There's not.
So looking, that's why. A regression. I mean, I could be walking past that for how we.
Right.
Oh,
in the restaurant?
no. About the,
I just walked through it. I'm going to still water.
agenda in my mind is not a real agenda. If you don't have like, what's your actual goal? Item under everything. And you know. Big enough. Two presidents go at it on the reg as well, or our president and vice president. So that was what you want. In our case, we're handing them. Yeah, Mike and Esther.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's trying to get me to join their women's league.
Prime.
Him in on. Like, was the professional one?
They're all closed.
It's, they own the.
Yeah, there's a couple that,
They're next.
well, when we get to it, I doubt with them.
Well,
Oh, and they help maintain that, right? That's one of their things is like maintain.
It's their main meeting.
That's right.
One on Webster.
Yeah.
It's not Lark.
Isn't the,
That's 30.
the next sentence of an office is gonna sound very ageist. It is not intended to be. I was gonna say, that's what I was just.
I spoke to them before.
Beat me to the punch. I was gonna say, isn't the minimum of like joining age like 65, 70?
That's my issue. I went right from you can't join. Right, and I don't want to say to. I don't want to. I mean,
Yeah, they wouldn't even know what to do with the.
Like, we're not like super specific, like whoever needs it, whatever.
Okay, it's the last conflict project, project card number 34, Villa Del Monte Traffic Calming Phase 1. That's card 34. And Representative Johnson, vote on this one. Card 34, Villa Del Monte Traffic Calming Phase 1.
I don't know. Have the pleasure, so nice to meet you as well. I intend to vote.
My vote is number 6.
Special occasion. Thank you.
I'm not usually either.
34.
Oh, and my office is actually here. I'm usually just, I think as the alternate, so.
Ready? That's the end of the conflict project, so then we'll go in order.
I don't think future joint meetings like that would be beneficial. They plan a little differently. Would suggest
The very first project, whether it's on it or not.
any neighborhoods. And keep the agenda shorter. Have to actual things that like as a district. Have as joint issues, not.
We're not supposed to vote on it.
That being a benefit issues.
You can vote on them. We're here to just interact with budget, so. And that one, vote on. Skipping. We're gonna vote on the ones that are in progress.
I'm gonna skip.
That's not council direction, or to vote on.
I know, I thought that last.
Oh,
Just voting on whatever not listed.
critics.
Or these.
And that was rubbed off on the rest.
So you put in the casino, the cards.
Okay, thank you, everyone. That was the conflict projects. So now we're gonna go back to card number 1. Card 1, Del Monte Beach Boardwalk Repair. We're gonna vote in order. So the 1, 2, and so on. Card 1. Card number 1, Del Monte Beach Boardwalk Repair, NIP 2302. I was just making them a little bit more alphabetical, or they were alphabetical. I'm ready to lose.
Okay. My vote is number 7.
You. These are missing alternates.
We're watching it live right here. There is. This is like the Super Bowl when you're betting, you know?
Sports book. Okay, thank you, everyone. Next one is card number 2. Upper Windermere Log Drop Repair, NIP 2307. Card number 2.
The other one. Yeah, I know.
What street project? I missed this. Which one is it?
That's what Monterey Underground.
At least one paired with, no, but which one is it being paired with?
Oh, maybe.
My vote is number 8.
You with the other side.
Yes.
See it.
Thank you.
Walkway phase 2. This one? So let me go look at the other card. That'll help articulate that. Asked a clarifying question on this. Which one? What street project is it being paired with in New Monterey, number 4? I'll call that being answered anywhere.
I think.
Okay, you got it. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, we're good. All right, next one, is card 4. We already voted on card 3. So we're at card 4, New Monterey, 700 block drainage swale, project NIP 2319.
Reggie, are we allowed to ask a question? Because I feel like there's new information on this card that I have an answer to.
Okay, you have an answer?
I don't have an answer. What is the street project? What specific street project is it being paired with?
So there's other projects in New Monterey, including Taylor Street,
It's being paired with that one though?
would be if it were done, yes. If and when it's done.
Change, okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah,
Which could mean not now.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, for information, it's just the
It's a thing.
same.
My vote is number 6.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Wait, was that the next one, right? The bridge one. I think I gave you one too soon. One.
I got it. Was that this?
I gave you the bridge one already.
Right here. No, is it not?
I said.
I
couldn't read it from.
You the bridge one. No, I made a mistake. I gave it to her too soon. She.
Your stack. Okay. And drag.
Yeah.
Did you end in number 4? So
Yes, I did. And then I had, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I have number 4. We have number. Yeah.
No, I know you have it.
Those are done.
I came by and grabbed it out of my hand.
Throw her under the bus.
Here's some more.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm kidding you.
Football games, this is your first warning towards disqualification.
That's my fault.
first warning.
What's that? Warning, yeah.
Goes for our neighborhood
I
on.
think you only get 2.
Nobody liked it.
Okay,
Oh my God, yeah.
get me in line.
Didn't get high votes.
To vote.
Am I freezing or is
And Shelley wasn't allowed to vote. She didn't get a.
writing? You're not.
Like a go.
One's like
Even the chronic, when we first voted it in.
I like it.
Different on the
And
Purpose of this.
you know, it's
The back end organization.
and this one is already like the second time it got voted in. So, you know,
But they fix it?
but it is, it was so hard.
CD.
It's so,
No, that's next. I handed it in accidentally and that was my mistake.
got it.
I hammered for it.
See, when we left the,
The bruises.
the light.
See the arrows flying over?
And for card number 5, this is Skyline Forest Drive, Hellman Highway Bridge Restoration, NIP 2323.
And another.
Card 5. Or over this way.
It really, you know, the conflict of interest policy really only comes into play if it affects. If it can affect the future, that's it. So unless, you know, you're gonna. You know, if property value goes up, rather than utilizing it to make money.
Stable. And
I like to lose money.
My vote is number 7.
Thank you.
Holman Highway Bridge.
Oh, I'm working on that one.
And did you?
Okay, sorry. No pressure. I don't scout her.
Cavalry.
Like stuck together. So now I have to step a little bit.
Slide is protect the new park.
We're voting on card number 5. That was 5.
Ventures.
Oh, Colin Bancroft.
It's really funny because they weren't allowed to have guns. And our salary. Sorry, what did you say? What we're just talking about is the fact that we refused to fund the saving of the cavalry building over there in July. Now it's just a patch of gravel.
Yeah. I mean. Assume I don't, and you can't say that. So I was just saying, there's a lot of also things the government, federal government can ban, right? Frustration and preservation. Spending them.
Well, they do. That's why it's meetings. Never.
They just don't spend it.
Okay, thank you, everyone. On that one, we're at card number 6. Which is Neighborhood Public Restroom Study, NIP 2324. Again, this is card 6. There we go. Wow. Gonna be done in a matter of seconds.
Projects. Hello.
My vote is number 6.
Thank you.
I don't know why it's still there.
Yeah.
Say something.
I know, I think it's just because we were given this in October.
10.
There's always something else. No, not consistency, because they also closed out the NCIP unappropriated funds money, which I was like, give that. Yeah, it's there. Give them some other.
It's just saying from last year.
That's what we did last year, the first one.
So you still got a nickel box?
So.
Okay, good. No, church. They would actually set it up.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was still excess.
It is.
Cards. Next vote is going to be card 9. Card 9.
For skipping down. Yep.
Skipping 7. That one we're gonna skip. 9. Ryan Ranch Park, 8-4 pickleball design, NCP 2403. 2403. Card 9.
It was 3. It was number 3.
Next vote is on card number 9.
Project.
Ryan Ranch Park,
Criminalize it like Carmel does.
pickleball design,
What happens?
NCP 2403.
That's
What's that?
My
Bruce?
vote
Yes.
is number
The
5.
city.
Thank you. Okay.
Jeff, find a place.
I got
Such an. And it was like number 3. This is where it stinks to be put in the place that I'm in, because.
Yeah.
They took it on, they left us on.
Your costs and all that.
You know what? I'm gonna cut the difference because my representative, everybody agreed on it.
I know.
I'll split the difference.
Here's an alternate.
My neighbor. We meet all the time about these things. Of our neighbor.
I might remember my alternate's brand new. I've been had stuff there. And so. And I said, okay, so you've got people standing up there. I think about this and this.
workout.
Yeah, we've it's the hard way. It's a long time breaking all this down. And it helped them manage the different parts of the neighborhood, vastly different parts of the neighborhood, because she's on Ralston Airport. So we see everything. There's a benefit on Ralston or upper. You really don't see any of them bunting a box. Doesn't like.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Next card is 11. Card 11. Monterey Bay Park Shower Station. It's 2411. Card 11.
Used to be.
Being small.
Car fire.
My vote is number 7.
No, it was actually.
Thank you.
Received.
Yeah, so they had. They're not critically, so the co-op decided some burns, and then they 4 people displaced, because basically burned the whole. Yeah, it was wild. So we saw it. I was just the second corner and saw the plume.
Yeah, DT and OT.
The smoke changed color, and I was like, oh man, that's gotta be structural. And then sure enough, the next day they put it out.
Sure, you're gonna make our.
They got there quick though. They didn't leave it down.
My neighbor said, what's that? I'm looking out the window, it's a little smoke, and then suddenly there's a ton of smoke, and then I'm hearing the fire and I got the same.
Yeah. So we're sober, done.
Okay, so.
Sure, we're gonna. Yeah, so I mean, they basically torched the valve for me.
Only if we get faster.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed that it didn't spread it.
Down here with it.
Actually able to keep it isolated to that one unit, which really just shows the response time was.
Well, we didn't get a neighborhood. Just check.
And actually, they did that with our neighborhood too. We had our apartments, we got this. Stopped everything else.
No neighborhood.
Thank you.
Seeing and be around. I did them all. We deployed it.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Yes. I mean, there's a reason each of their vehicles has a different,
Exactly.
utility, but.
Well, the thing we found out with ours though is.
No.
Thank you, everyone. The next vote
There's ones on the right.
is 14. Old Town Neighborhood Signs, NCP 2423, card number 14.
My vote is number 7.
Thank you.
So how many years is it when you started?
Vote real quick and then.
Andrea.
Probably 7.
Least.
So that's the one thing we started out as a $75,000 study and then they said they need $1 million
Jello?
for tranches.
Not too.
For the yellow card.
Because I kept all of the ones that anyone wants to
Choose to vote?
Matter of fact,
Pink, they can choose. That's why you're not allowed to vote. There you go. Good answer. So sorry for switching into Spanish.
Like, where's my video translator?
Oh, no, es,
Puedo entender, blah, blah.
oh, okay, está bien, estoy aprendiendo español. Este es mi,
No. Screw
te pregunto todo el tiempo.
that little.
Okay. ¿Se habla o no? ¿Entiendes? ¿Comprendes mucho?
Todo.
Okay. Mi esposa, pero ella habla polaco, francés, español, inglés.
Guideline Neighborhood.
European span.
NCP 2426. Guinness card number 15. The Canyon Drainage, NCP 2426.
hear that? Faster. We might make 9. That Cobra out there and fire up the engine.
I just wondered, you know, anything beyond yoga?
Interesting situation.
Right in the way. Oh, no, you're doing.
It's true. Well, I've had evaluated patients today. Oh, yeah, okay. With that. I think you can show this generation. Yeah.
Italian, yep.
Acquisitions.
Like, oh, I need to remember this. It's like, I'm always tremendous, you know.
Have it?
You'll have.
It's interesting because I
know, Stan.
My vote is number 7.
I'm learning.
Yeah, got it.
Good enough to claim any more than that, but I survived it. And I used to have to talk to people at work, right, in Spanish. But like based on a set
All votes received.
actually questions, I didn't have to, wander off.
This card number 16.
So,
Damani Beach Boardwalk Extension. Card number 16. Damani Beach Boardwalk Extension, NCP 2434.
they've already, so they've already started all this.
Yeah.
An extension of one that they're in.
No, these are. Just very full.
The way they're worried about.
Yes.
Italian would be,
I know.
You don't want to be up. Yeah, here.
Yeah, exactly.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah.
My vote is number 8.
Thank you.
Was wrong, but I didn't correct him.
Lately, and I want to add.
Oh, there's Jody's.
I know.
So if you ever want to.
it's interesting. We're in Spain this summer last year, so we were actually scouting
My number.
to relocate.
Oh, but,
Of Monterey, we decided to relocate.
yeah,
Make that clear.
you can write it.
It's just that my.
And that's where we used to write on the wall, writing on cars, because it's.
Pressing upon her to consider relocating to Europe. That's a big American company or, so it's an international.
Yeah, it's here.
Technically have a,
That's the aqua.
in any country. They are registered in 3 different countries, US and 2,
Yeah, 3s was the real common one.
Okay, thank you, everyone. We're moving on to card number 17. Project is Delmonte Beach Hyde Avenue Boardwalk Replacement, NCP 2436. Again, card 17. Hyde Avenue Boardwalk Replacement, NCP 2436.
So this
Halfway with voting.
She hasn't been.
Minutes that have to.
My
Hasn't been
vote
started
is
at all,
number
correct?
8.
Oh, I got it backwards.
Thank you.
Got it.
No.
Jamie, I just,
It's same amount. I don't have my glasses on.
killing me. Okay, well,
And I took that picture so you could see the shadow, how deep.
Now he's up at one of those offices.
I walk out there. I understand. I'm just,
No, we all talking into, so let's just go out there. You know how they're grinding sideways?
mhm.
I was trying to talk them into grinding.
Yeah, he's so Wayne.
You know, throw the wood away anyway.
Everybody loves Wayne.
Did I always see him on the rec trail?
Yeah,
It's awesome.
That grinder machine's heavy though. They break it. Yeah.
But it's on the ground. It's self.
Okay, we're moving on to part number 18.
Yeah,
Monterey, Lower Presidio Slope Monument Restoration, NCP 2440.
and give us some money.
Part 18, Lower Presidio Slope Monument Restoration, NCP 2440.
On the airport part.
Obviously, to come back, but it's good.
My vote
And
is number 5.
Yeah,
He's slight.
yeah,
You know, a lot of extra weight to the.
right. Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, see, this is defunded and funny, but it is sitting around before.
Chiefs, son, firefighters. He looked bad.
Yeah.
Too long, all the fishermen now, it look like are gonna be dead.
He's got some burns. Oh, blue water, that's not real.
I was gonna say, I looks way too happy to.
It's not how you go. Yeah.
As casualty drill at the airport.
Basketball course. Good at that.
And I did ask you were like.
We have all those.
Okay, card. Steve. Line Park Fish Pond Restoration, NCP 2444. Card number 19. Shoreline Park Fish Hopper Restoration, NCP 2444.
My vote is number 5.
Thank you.
Bill does a great job of moving.
Oh, she does, yeah.
Smash.
You know, not like.
I'm on. Yeah.
A few window I could have started.
Batteries.
And cars that you.
Sisters as like manager and
One.
it's amazing to hear about the.
I'm fine with smoke now. Be fire.
Take it to Laguna Seca.
See you tomorrow.
You'll let me know what happened.
All right, Bill.
I will.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
What does it have in it?
Say something.
that's a 5-liter fuel injected tank.
Something.
Yeah, it's basically, it's the same. We got all this.
All right, thank you, everyone. Moving on to card number 20. Underground Utilities Program, NCP 25.
Why would you know that?
20.
I put down 100.
Utilities Program, NCP 2502.
He's talking,
We got 0 on a few cards.
said about timing.
Water Channel,
Right, 0 is
some
that.
of those, one I like is Iron Resurrection.
So, if you want 0, you just put a 1 in front of it.
I vote because
Find it
It
out
has to be
part of
1.
his property structure. Got his old school engine. And he had an old Ford Galaxy. It's like a 70. Okay. We
My
put it-
vote is number.
The stick of our original number.
Thank you.
And he like. He drove it up to behind, I was standing outside.
You get that?
Like,
Yes, we got it. Thank you, Luce.
He turned around and he goes, now I have seller's remorse.
Putting you in a VW bus. You know. I replaced the old 9-liter water boxer. Turbo jet engine. When's fire, we have 90 to 180 horsepower.
Okay, next one is card 23. Card 23, Casanova Oak Knoll, 801 Casanova Avenue Sidewalk Infield, NCP 2510. Again, card 23, 801 Castleton Avenue sidewalk,
Smallest dollar value.
NCP 25.
Coming over this road. I do.
That's the concept is it's important to the neighborhoods.
It is, that's outside of an ADA house.
Feel like if we do a few of
Nine.
those.
9.
That's having it.
No. No. 9. We should go and
Wow.
Yeah, I've open track that car at.
I thought it's number 6.
On Thunder Hill.
Thank you.
And
This was the,
Wait, so it's done.
that was the original.
Not done yet. They're still planning, but I mean, by the time it's just.
She bought it from the guy that had the engine shop. So this is when it first came in.
Okay.
That's important.
Show you what it-
Really?
Lady.
Opened his door last time.
National Justice Forum Church ship to Iceland. She brought this back. It's originally supposed to be like on your ears. Because I don't fit around here.
Put it around your neck.
So always
Okay, thank you, everyone. Next vote is card 24. It is Del Monte Beach Native Plant Dune Ecosystem Restoration NCP 2511. Card 24.
years. She called the one.
Del Monte Beach Native Plant Dune
Well, the travel
Ecosystem
to New York,
Restoration
see Hamilton's.
NCP 2511.
She's over there.
Is she retired or?
She takes on 5 years old. Because that's where it's. Never.
Yeah.
And it's.
Wish I could ride a bike.
Okay, my vote is number 8.
Thank you.
The trail.
Never know the book.
That is, that's the,
She's a real sweet.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
you remember being.
That's the book. My, the kitty little.
That building.
No. Right now.
How did it rest?
Yeah, it's original.
I got him, yeah.
City? As a part of like a civil grand jury or just independently as your job?
Okay. Goes on the long trips, the kitty comes over with all the stuff.
Well, it's just after fins, that doesn't even have any fins yet. Before, after
I
fins,
think
right?
this is them driving up behind you.
Said, said, okay.
Thank you, everyone. Card 25 is up next. Card 25, Costco Oakville,
They turned around.
North Fremont Gap Bike Pedestrian Path National Fund, NCP 2513. North Fremont Gap Bike and Pedestrian Path Matching Fund, NCP 2513, card 25.
Yeah, go back up there.
It's
Oh.
Revs it up, we could hear that.
My vote is number 7.
Thank you.
Now with the electric.
He said fires, he said, no, something.
Richard's gonna be mad at me.
So is that good water?
I didn't give him time.
They got our Christmas sweetener.
City.
Yeah, you can stop. But I think it's. Yeah.
Rides. They're high. They get maybe stars.
Did you say? Nice.
Express.
Polar Express. There's some really high end stuff. It's been years since I've been over. There's some really high end stuff. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're up. Card number 26, everyone. Casanova Oakville, 57 Melway Circle Sidewalk infill. NCP 2514.
I guess.
57 Melway Circle Sidewalk infill. NCP 2514, card number 26.
Chassis underneath it.
Oh, yeah, that's what they do a lot. They
And it's just like, are you?
It'll be the front suspension.
Yeah.
My vote is number 7.
Thank you.
It's a very.
I mean, it's.
Oh, yeah.
So doing.
Custom frames. Some of them are like, they have the holes for the.
Just want to be a.
It's gonna be really, top line's gonna be really close. It's gonna be like a bunch of numbers all in the same.
I bought for my son a
Haven't given all.
Mustang coupe. And
was my honestly.
$100, which was low blue, was $13,000 for frame and brake work done on the car disturber, the guys that I knew. It has a tube frame going through it, stiffen it, has cross members going all over it.
November.
It's cool.
Project that Sharon created.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, card number 27. The next vote up is card 27. New Monterey Neighborhood Tannery Road Workers.
Was awarded contracts?
2520.
Yeah.
Tannery Road Workers Housing Restoration, NCP 2520. Card 27.
There's like 18. I'd like to get him. He's good. He's got the equipment. He's good with mechanical. It's just one store, a decent
I
asset.
bought this number 8.
Thank you.
He's got it. 4 grandkids, 2 boys. Boy, past that.
So the mic.
Dennis, so would you go on the call out on Sunday?
Yes, I was, this is all the incident commander, and I was sending a note to the survey.
A nice letter from the chief.
You're saying it's quick on the draw.
I just used the initials DIC. I'm ready. Good. Came back and said, so you're the dick.
All right, thank you, everyone. Next vote is card 28. Monterey Vista Neighborhood, San Burnaby Road widening and sidewalk installation, NCP 2522. San Burnaby Road widening and sidewalk installation, NCP 2522.
Still in my,
Card 28.
sons were in high school. My younger son, Chris, had the 93 coupe. My older son, Ted, 68, with long tube headers and a drag race transmission. I
I
had, it
bought this number 7.
might have been a 4.
Thank you.
Got it.
Yes, we did too.
Had a VW Rabbit. On a GTI.
They're just a nephew.
Yeah, that's not that much.
Kansas City. He's these.
Figure the size of it.
She bought for me.
That's a bummer.
That's a nice car.
The one right at the.
Yeah, it's a dealer. She wants to. Let's account for it.
All right, thank you, Parker. All right, everyone, we're up to card number 29. I'm sorry, this is the, New Monterey Neighborhood, David Avenue, Terry Street Crosswalk and Island Installation, NCP 2524. David Avenue, Terry Street Crosswalk, and Island Installation, NCP 2524. Project card number 29.
Dad sold American Motors. Saw the kid in cars with the Annans and Jaguar. Sit the shoulder on me, imagine. And he had British Lightning, so Jaguar and Jeep. And Jeep.
I bought this number 8.
Well, thank you.
And we're in a community, a snowplow.
7 units across the board.
Side business for the Jeeps that wanted to buy one. Anyway, with American Motors, the guy that was next to was.
Yeah.
As a whole, American Motors ran. Did something happen?
Oh, this one in a bond.
It's been crashed. It only has like some. It's everything stock. Things have been done.
That was the one.
It's just sitting there. I'm back in 1972.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
said we'd take it
at
out.
least one guy in that runs an exam group that runs an AMX.
Well, I'm gonna give it a very low.
All livery and all.
Wait, it's installed already?
A track car, it's still.
Oh.
Which one?
Way to go.
Which one?
Install.
Did I miss one?
So
Oh, yeah.
we're done.
We can talk about it, James.
There's back.
We can talk about
Do
it.
you want to talk?
For the next one.
You want to? That's it.
Yeah.
Next one's
It's the click-in for this one.
Just promote.
iconic installation.
Sure.
You already voted on those ones. Okay, yeah, I didn't, but, okay.
Connecticut, go to races. And
Now let's talk about it.
Hey, everyone, hold on. So we have there's a conversation on project card 31. So Del Monte Beach, the proponent for this project, has decided that they didn't like where We were gonna put in a larger bike rack in the parking lot. They didn't like the location, or near the parking lot. They didn't like the location. So the Parks Department installed a small bike rack that we had in storage. And so this one has, depending on how you look at it, it's either been completed or it's not gonna be done. But either way, there's $20,000 available. So what?
And the consensus of the neighborhood is that this is one of those low-hanging fruits that we can get back.
So how would it?
So the vote is open for card 31. It's all bike
My
rack.
vote is number 5.
Still voted number one, Lou.
Okay.
Thank you, Moose. You got it.
Okay. Collecting.
There you go.
Saying,
So, my friend in high school, he started running. Like I said, younger brother was kind of.
Big hand. Big hand. You don't
And he had a shot that he put. It raised the breath. It's not your turn. It's a chair.
Oh, your shoelaces too?
First, of course.
No, yeah, you need to, you can't walk in that area.
At NASCAR.
This is a workers' comp claim waiting to
Oh, yeah,
happen.
Just, right, gotta be careful.
We've identified it now, though, so therefore mitigated the risk to the city for open liability on a lawsuit. Just saying.
We pulled up at a light.
It out, then it
is. No, there's two different ways to look at that. There's two different ways you can
Ended up.
on that. You can either say, you know, as a risk.
I was with it.
Card 32. All right, install beach boardwalk lighting, NCP 2527. Johnny Beach neighborhood install beach boardwalk lighting, NCP 2527, card 32.
Slowing us down.
Wow.
No, they are.
Oh, no, yes, no, she said, we're the slow folks.
Like,
My vote is number 6.
not you.
Thank you.
Andy had. It's a race car. Process that.
We just started, so we don't know yet.
I guess. That's the most.
And,
Or they
I remember next to the meeting, he wrote a book, his lawyer helped him. About
Just know because it was.
how he's done.
It had to do with.
No, no,
Or like equipment.
And he made it.
I forgot. We had been told 1,000 times. You need to write in front.
I have in the garage, when I
Okay, that
hired to get, and my posters from the office are going to the garage. I have one,
comes to sidewalks.
so
I have to look at the sidewalk one.
I have
You'll see yours
50
the neighbor girl.
posters put away, one of which I need to put up. It was signed to me personally by Shelby.
I'll see some.
Yeah.
I had to babysit him.
Okay, next one is card 33. It's the New Monterey neighborhood, 600 block of Logo Street drain line improvements, NCP 2531. New Monterey neighborhood, 600 block of Logo Street drain line improvements, NCP.
Us guys are just slow.
2531, that's card 33.
Do you see the?
My vote is number 7.
Thank you.
That's good.
Have you seen Apple's F1? It's good too.
That's why I need this. Fine, it's 3 times.
It's Ferrari that I know aren't true, and words I know are true.
To figure out what can.
It's Shelby's lead driver.
Trying to twist. Really likes to argue.
That's the Matt Damon
So does mine.
Yep.
He's 4, so we got a long way till we
It would change. It doesn't change.
Matt Damon.
put a getter at heart. Yeah.
Mine's.
Yeah.
I have the 45th anniversary book for the racetrack. I use that as an autograph getter. The yellow tag on a page and walk up to the driver.
Okay, losing is okay.
No, Karen.
The 2000 he was coming out.
Thank you, everyone. We're going on to card 35, which is the Lower Presidio Walkway Phase 2, NCP 2533. And card 35, the Lower Presidio Walkway Phase 2, NCP 2533.
They had a bunch of professional drivers in. So I walked up to Dan Gurney and I said,
And he was another one that got happy.
can you And he just starts looking at the book. Oh, that guy was really cool. He'd sign an autograph and he'd find another picture of
My
those.
vote is number
He signed it
6.
3 times.
Thank you.
And he said, oh, thanks for bringing that.
Last one.
The Cobley was at the racetrack and he
Have number
said of
7.
Westlake heads that would fit that.
That's the last year.
Stuff on that.
Yeah,
That
right.
was my bad.
Conversation.
Your side, yeah.
For the evening.
Anything for the event.
Take them home, write recipes on the back.
Back. All right, here's somebody that. I got it.
Shred them so nobody sees my notes.
What's that?
I go shred them so nobody sees my notes to myself.
So we're missing dear.
Working down to talk to the person. His legs are hanging out. He's hitting up fast and easy.
This is 35, right?
Yep.
Yes, card.
And I get, or, Mr. Leno, how you doing? It was Jay Leno. He said, I just got out of the car.
Last one, everyone. Card 37. It's the Opportunity Property Purchasing Project, NCP 2601. Card number 37, Opportunity Property Purchasing Project,
Trying to build that up.
2601.
Now,
Some training in
it
that.
was, that's how they managed to figure the layout. That's how we thought this.
Yeah.
So now,
My vote is number 5.
Thank you.
Got it.
the unstaffed, no parks.
I want the rest of it, so thank you.
Want to take a 5-minute break?
So what,
Take a 5-minute recess, everyone.
Fine.
We tally the votes.
anything about that?
Saw Jay a couple times at
Yeah, it would have been nice to have the acquisition neighboring property.
quite a collection.
You know what?
I
I think
Ah.
All right, if we can come back to the table. Work our way back. All right, so, okay, well, we'll come back here. So these projects, thanks everyone for doing the vote. So we have ranked them based on lowest to highest. And the first three, I think, well, we're missing, right? One, but anyway, the first three projects were closed or completed. And then we have, yeah, okay. So, and then in order, we have 25, 26, which was Del Monte Beach installed bike rack in the parking lot. That's 18 votes. Then the next one is 2601 Opportunity Property Purchase Project. And that received 31 votes. And then downtown installed pickleball court at the Monterey Tennis Center. That received 67 votes. New Monterey Lower Presidio Slope Monument Restoration received 77 votes. Ryan Ranch 8-court pickleball design received 80 votes. Public restroom study received 82 votes. Villa Del Monte, the underpass, Highway 1 underpass hardscape also received 82 votes. Old Town neighborhood signs, 91 votes. Del Monte Grove, Laguna Grande, elder focused exercise equipment received 86 votes. But I guess we had a conflict of interest, 86 votes. Next one, NCP 2444 New Monterey. This is the Shoreline Park Fish Hopper Restoration, 93 votes. And at that point, we're at 1.4 million. Del Monte Beach install beach boardwalk lighting, 94 votes as well. And then we go from there to, I lost my place.
The pink.
Thank you, Parker. Del Monte Grove, Casanova Avenue, 500 block streetlight, 98 votes. Next one is New Monterey Lower Presidio Walkway Phase 2 with 103 votes, 1.5 million total. Then we are at the Monterey Vista San Bernardino Drive Road widening and sidewalk installation, 105 votes, 3.2 million. Skyline Forest Drive Holman Highway Bridge Restoration, 107 votes. Downtown Monterey Bay Park Shower Station, 110 votes. New Monterey Divisadero 700 block drainage swale, 110 votes. New Monterey Cannery Row Workers Housing Restoration, 111 votes. New Monterey 600 block Lobo Street Drain Line Improvements, 111 votes. Skyline Windermere Lower Canyon Drainage Restoration, 112 votes. And Villa Del Monte Ferrente Park Playground Improvements, 113 votes. Alta Mesa Don Davy Creek Path Reconstruction, 113 votes. Villa Del Monte Traffic Calming Phase 1, 113 votes. And that puts us over 4 million, 4.226. So 113 votes. So that's the voting. So and the vote totals. So now it's next on the agenda item. So we're still on agenda item 2. The next action on agenda item 2 would be for the committee to formulate a recommendation. Final paragraph. NCIP committee may offer recommendation to city council following voting, incorporating the list of lowest priority ranked projects with available balances that could be reappropriated to meet the city council directed goal of $3 to $4 million. The NCIP committee may also include a position statement, suggested options as a supplemental consideration to its recommendation for project priority for council consideration.
Make sure I get loud enough here. While we have voted on these projects as directed, our preference is for the previously approved by the NCIP motion on to utilize 3.5 million of the 26-27 cycle funding as needed to assist the city in the budgetary shortfall.
The motion.
That's a
The motion, okay. So I'll need a second to that motion and then you can have a discussion. Okay, second from Deer Flats. So now you can have a discussion on that.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Do we need public comment in between?
No, not for a motion.
Okay, thank you.
Aguajita Oaks.
Aye.
Alta Mesa.
Aye.
Casanova Oak Knoll.
Aye.
Deer Flats.
Aye.
Del Monte Beach.
Aye.
Del Monte Grove Laguna Grande.
Aye.
Downtown.
Aye.
Fisherman's Flats.
Aye.
Glenwood.
Aye.
Monterey Vista.
Aye.
New Monterey.
Aye.
Oak Grove.
Aye.
Thank you. Old Town.
Aye.
Skyline.
Yes, please.
And Villa Del Monte.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
Second recommendation.
Okay, we have agenda item 3, which is brief. It is a proposed draft. Let me share my screen. Proposed draft schedule for the upcoming voting, or not voting, but sorry, NCIP session cycle. And sorry, give me one more second. Got ahead of myself. So in the packet, sorry, you'll see a proposed schedule. All right, there we go. So you'll see a proposed schedule would start with a orientation meeting on May 13th. And then one thing that I'm proposing is that we incorporate a field trip in May to take a look at some of the recently completed NCIP projects. It's still yet to be determined how we would do it. There's issues with quorum if we were all in the same vehicle. So right now I'm thinking maybe we meet, we'll pre-publish some sites. We just meet at the various locations around the city, at those locations with a time slot from 1 to 4. So, I mean, open for some suggestions on locations from the committee. Nothing's been decided. And then at this point, project submissions would be due on, I think, July 31st. Just keep it in line with what we did this year. And then, as you can see, we would have a very heavy fall schedule with meetings starting on September 2nd and voting on November 18th, again, the week before Thanksgiving. And then would have a wrap-up meeting either December 2nd or December 9th, depending on kind of when the city has its normal city council holiday event. So open for discussion, questions, open for questions, and then we'll have public comment and then discussion. We got questions, please.
We used to talk about having to have your California 700 in by January 31st, or you would not be able to participate in the next voting cycle.
I think it's due in April. So yeah.
Yeah, and from what I understand, I believe some committee members have actually received those notices already. So we will follow up with city clerk staff to make sure that you guys get those appropriate notices beforehand.
Any other questions? All right, we'll open it for public comment.
Anyone want to make a comment that is here? No.
Opposed?
One online.
None online.
All right, so close
Raised.
public comment and any committee discussion.
I like it. You're gonna be in Portugal. Only the first, that's the introductory meeting. Well,
okay.
Question.
Yes.
If there's a field trip indeed planned, how soon would that notice be?
Well, if we did it, it would be on this date. I can send out something maybe a month in advance with the locations and times to meet. So I envision something like, say, for example, we've done 3 projects near Laguna Grande Park. So I say maybe meet in the parking lot at Laguna Grande at 1 o'clock. And then we've done a number of projects, say in the Window by the Bay area, say maybe meet there next at
Should carpool or
1:45. I don't know. So that's just kind of,
Same day.
yes, it would be,
It wouldn't want to take more than one day.
it would be this 1 to 4 o'clock. Yeah, but that's just my, and like I said, I'm open to suggestions. If people have ideas, you can email. Tuesdays, okay.
So we have the Brown Act and we have to worry about not having a quorum. If we don't have a van full of people, then we probably don't have a quorum as long as we got 3 different cars with.
Right. We couldn't have 8 people in one vehicle.
Right, because that would be close to a quorum. But as long as we stay under 8 people, we can carpool, so we don't have to have a bunch of cars at some place.
Yes.
yeah, here on carpool.
Like, we can figure out that type of logistics. We don't have to do that right now.
Just pointing that out.
If around the city typically.
And to make sure I was within the Brown Act.
So as for this agenda item, we are just presenting this draft schedule. So it's simply just a presentation. So the committee can make a motion if you choose to adopt it. However, you can also take the time to review it. We're just presenting this to you so that you can make other considerations if you'd like, or if someone would like to make a motion, you can adopt it. It's up to the committee.
Make motions.
Just so about a field trip.
Make motions. So let's make a motion to adopt.
I'll second it.
All right, thank you. Any discussion regarding that motion? So then roll call, Aguahita Oaks. Aye. Alta Mesa.
Aye.
Casanova Oak Knoll.
Aye.
Deer Flats.
Yes, please.
Amani Beach.
Aye.
Amani Grove Laguna Grande.
Aye.
Downtown.
Yes.
Fisherman's Flats. Glenwood.
Aye.
Monterey Vista.
Yes.
New Monterey.
Aye.
Oak Grove.
Aye.
Thank you. Old Town.
Aye.
Skyline.
Aye.
And Villa Del Monte.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
Okay, so that brings us to our final item, committee member comments. So are there any final comments?
I'll take yours if you don't want it. Thanks.
The guy who was the quietest voice has the biggest mouth, right? I want to thank everybody, the public and all of the committee members and staff for this, what we've all been through in getting to this point. I think we've come to a reasonable solution. I hope council accepts that. And I think it's been a bit of a faith on all of us. Hopefully we'll be able to take a break between now and May and ready for the next season. Thanks, everyone.
Any other final comments?
I want to say thank you to your team over there. You came through with us for the long haul and there's still parts to go, but thank you so much. And including with Andrea, thank you so much for going through all this stuff with us and sticking with us. Good job.
I also want to say thank you to the public and to my neighborhood. There's been a lot of debate. This has got everybody looking more at NCIP and at the city's budget, and I think that's healthy. It's something that everybody in all the neighborhoods should be. I've heard a lot more about neighborhoods talking to each other and how they communicate to teach each other and engage, and that's healthy. So thank you to everybody that pitched in for this.
Any other comments? You have a comment?
I don't have a comment. I just have a calendar update at the end when we're done.
I have a comment.
Go for it.
This is my first cycle and I want to thank each one of you for being so welcoming and also so free to give information and discussion. So it was really a great experience.
Great. So yeah, I just want to echo everyone's comments and saying thank you. And then also encouraging everyone here and everyone in the public to go to the city council meetings, especially when there are discussions about the budget and really advocate for being able to maintain the integrity of this program and fund projects that we've recommended for them. So yeah, I think we can, did you want to make your comment?
Yeah, just so for everyone's awareness, we're planning to take the projects that were voted on to fund and award this season. This is for 25-26. The Parks and Rec Commission on February 11th, and then Planning Commission February 24th. And then we were planning to go to City Council, believe it was April 7th, I believe.
April the 7th, yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned. So February 11th for Parks Commission, February 24th for Planning Commission. That's all I have.
All right, so our next meeting, since we adopted the schedule, will be May 13th, 2026. And I will adjourn this meeting at 8:19.